The price of gold today is very expensive. Our selling price is 56,460. And if you're looking for cheap price, you wouldn't get it. You wouldn't get it. Because our selling price, LBMA Less 8%. Tax included, except shipping cost, except insurance. So if you don't have the money, if you're just brokering, it wouldn't work. You're going to end into disaster. There's so many joker broker come to me. I rejected them. This is not for you. You think you can earn money here? You cannot earn money unless you know the buyer. Yes. Wilhelmina's role, Wilhelmina was hired by the seller. Wilhelmina was hired by a seller in Bamako, Mali. They have 40 tons of gold. The seller hired Wilhelmina to market Conakry, Sierra Leone, and Bamako, Mali. Now you're going to say, Wilhelmina, what is the tax in Mali? Did you not read? Read it. Click below. It says 7%. I am not here to teach you guys. That's the reason I put everything on the social media in order for the buyer to understand. Because I know all of you running around thinking you can get the gold. Gold will not come to you. Gold is not cost insurance and freight. Who is giving you the product without any payment? Who is giving you? To me, you're a swindler if you're asking cost insurance and freight. Who is going to give you standard letter of credit? The seller would not, African seller would not deal standard letter of credit. This is cash business, my dear. Cash business. You have the money, we have the gold. You're going to say, Wilhelmina, what is your role? That's a very good question. The seller hired Wilhelmina to market, to handle it. I am the boss. I am the extension. I have the right to reject you if you are not paying attention. There was a buyer this morning and tonight. I just finished having a conference with the buyer from Dubai. He's a small trader, and I told him, save money. Don't gamble it because you are going to lose money. Who is going to advise him? No one. The seller would not advise him. I told this buyer from Dubai, I just finished having a conference few minutes ago. When you travel to Africa, the seller doesn't care for you. No. You're going to say, here's my money. They're eager to get your money, Mr. Buyer. They are. They don't care about you. They don't tell how much the tax. They don't care what necessary requirement you're going to get. No. Wilhelmina care for you. That's why I put everything on my platform. If you're not satisfied on this video on YouTube, you click the link, you go on my platform on Facebook. You will see. Wilhelmina was in Africa several times. Right? Now, I'm going again to Africa to accompany the buyer. How many buyers I'm going to accompany? 4. 4 of them. October. At the moment, Africa is heavy rain. Mali, Sierra Leone, Conakry, and Ghana. Because it's rainy season in Africa. Right. I have to accompany the buyer. Why? The seller doesn't care for you, Mr. Buyer, I'm telling you. He doesn't. You're going to say, okay, come. Here's the gold. You sign a contract with us. What would be the next? But if I'll be with you, I treat you like a baby. Yes, I'm going to treat you like a baby. My seller will believe me. Right? And if I'm not around, my seller will say, here's the gold, 5%. There was a buyer, a joker buyer from Ghana. He was following me, and suddenly he met the company driver, went to Ghana. His name is Ben. And he go with Ben in Conakry. And he called me. His name is Kwasi. I said, Madam, I'm here in your seller's office. And then, yes, your seller is true. Big company. But why, Madam? In your video, You said less 8%. I said, yes, it's true. And my seller give the price less 5%. So this gentleman called me, Madam, you said 8%. I said, yes, it is 8% when I come with you. Why? I am negotiating to my seller because I am charging you my services. Instead of that, we are going to throw back few percent. Our selling price less 8%. If I'll come with you because you are paying my extra service, I might consider to give you 10 to 11%. But don't bank on it because you have not convinced Wilhelmina. I'm just telling, if you convince Wilhelmina, you show me your business registration, importation license, your passport copy, and the proof of on your bank statement. It says here, every video I put that everything. I explain just like an elementary. But you are not an elementary, guys. You're a businessman. You just pretend to be dumb. That's why I call you, you're dumb. There's so many joker buyer, joker broker. You don't like my language because my language is very colorful. When my seller hired me, they don't even train me. They hired a well-experienced person. I used to be in real estate. Buying and selling are exactly the same. You have the money, we have the products. Right? That is the reason you found my video. This morning, I was talking to this American guy, and he has a fiancé, a company in Dubai. He said, I was following you since 2016. And you know what he told me? He was dealing with so many fake offers. Suddenly, he come back to Wilhelmina. He been watching my video. And he called me this morning. And I told him, you go back and listen again. And if you understand, I would believe your fiancé is real. Why? I wouldn't believe you guys unless you convince Wilhelmina. After you read on this full corporate offer, click below and subscribe. Read it. After you read the full corporate offer, you need to send me a copy of your business registration, importation license, passport copy, the proof of fund, your bank statement that you have $1 million. Without that, I wouldn't believe it. No? Why? You already read the full corporate offer, and then you come to Wilhelmina asking me, what is the price? Well, the price based on the world market. Whatever the price on the world market, less 8%, tax included, except shipping cost and insurance. If I'll put you to Conakry, the tax is 6.5. Sierra Leone, 6.5. Mali, 7%. I was the one who asked my head office to give you tax included. In every bar, the tax is 4,500. So if you're buying 10 kilos, right, 4,500 times 10 kilos, you save $45,000. Right? Wilhelmina is giving you $45,000 because you're paying my services of $20,000. Why I charge you? Do you mean to say I'm going to travel with you for nothing, for free? And then when you're going to resell the gold to your customer, you become multimillionaire? You're using my services and I educate you? No, no one is giving you for free. I was just very kind and generous. I've given you my knowledge. Knowledge is worth $1 million. Yes, but if you don't comprehend, you don't get what you are looking for, because knowledge is very important. Without knowledge, you wouldn't go nowhere. I am the only person who put my face on the social media. You are going to save $45,000. Right? Tax alone. Because I was the one who asked my head office, let's give the buyer tax included. Which one you like? 8% plus tax. Because you're paying my extra service, I'm the one who will request the head office that the buyer paid my extra service to accompany them. Let us give the buyer tax included. Put that into your brain, Mr. Buyer. There is no free in this world, but Mrs. Ford was very kind and generous. Your $20,000 is peanuts. Yes. When you resell the good to Dubai, 2%. And if you convince Wilhelmina, instead of 8%, I might consider to give you 10 to 11%. Right. So you're a winner. What is $20,000? Yeah. To me, you're a winner. And I'm just very kind and generous. My seller says, Mrs. Ford, you're giving away too much. And I told my buyer, just give this buyer because they're starting. And then we will review the contract because our price is not fixed. We'll say it's on the contract. The second shipment, we will review it. So bear in mind, when you come to Wilhelmina, do not keep on asking questions because question and answer is already in front of you. When you come for conference, you're going to say, hi. Do not call me hi because my name is not hi. Do not call me brother. Do I look like brother? Most of the joker broker, they send a message, hello brother. My goodness, do I look like brother? Then I block them. And please, remind you again, do not call me hi. Do not call me, how are you? My name is not how are you. My name is Wilhelmina Ford. If you are a businessman, you should act as a professional. Because to me, when I meet my client, I always introduce and shake hand. Good morning, I'm Mrs. Ford from Australia. Your name is? Because I want to know inside of you whether you are a buyer or not. I can detect whether you are a buyer or not. I can detect you are a joker or not. I can detect. That is the reason why broker and buyers are scared with Wilhelmina. Why are you going to be scared for? Why? I'm not going to harm you. Some joker broker says, oh, Wilhelmina is a scammer. I don't know how much I scam them. Why are you going to be scammed? Because you're cutting corner. I send the buyer, cut corner. What happened? You will be deceived. What is the meaning of scam? In an old version, you've been lied by the seller, and also you are lying because you want to cut corner. You want cheap, cheap, cheap. Gold is not cheap. That is the reason why I always advise, do not travel without Wilhelmina. It doesn't matter if he is my seller. Because African seller, believe me, they are fickle-minded. They are. Doesn't matter if he is my seller or not. I know the mentality of African seller. I know. They're going to say, no problem, no problem. I don't want to hear no problem. I even scolded the operation manager. And even I scolded the seller. Okay, madam, no problem. I said, no, I don't want to hear that no problem. Because at the end of the day, there will be a problem. I teach them, do not use the word no problem. Tell the buyer, we will do it. We will service you in a proper way. Because I don't want to hear no problem. Even the driver, when I was there last year, the driver came 2 hours after. Appointment is 9 o'clock. They arrived 12 o'clock. And when I called my head office, where is the driver? Oh, he's coming, no problem. I said, no, I don't want to hear that no problem. I keep on calling them because I have with the buyer. I'm sharing you my experience so that you will be aware that African seller, they're fan of no problem, no problem. So I called again the head office. Where is the driver? In a minute. Okay. I waited for 35 minutes. Then again I called. Define me, what is the meaning of 30 minutes, a minute? Can you understand? Did you go to school? Can you define me a minute? That I'm waiting with the buyer for 35 minutes? I swear. I told him, bloody hell. I travel with the buyer to bring buyer in your office and then you are very slow. Is this the way you do business? That is the seller. That's the why the seller are scared with Wilhelmina. Because when I'm angry, I don't give a shit with them. I don't. Because I told him, I am educating you, my seller, my dear seller of mine. I'm educating you. The buyer trusts Wilhelmina, right? That's the reason why I am with the buyer and the seller. Yes, because if I'm not around with you guys, believe me, you're gonna complain, oh, Wilhelmina, where is your seller? Don't call me. If I'm not around, don't call me. Because I'm too far. I live in Australia, my dear. This is my office. This is my digital platform office. My office open starting 9 o'clock in the morning until midnight because we have a time difference. Now, I just finished having a conference yesterday and today. There was a Filipino-American. They go to Ghana, failure. There's an American, failure. There's a lady that I know, failure. Why? They're looking for cheap price. Gold is not cheap. One friend of mine, he said, Wilhelmina, teach me. Give me your knowledge. And I told her, knowledge worth $1 million. You just watch my video, digest it. What necessary requirement you need? Buying gold and diamond. In diamond, there is a process. You need to have a Kimberley certificate. I have a bad experience in the past. That's why I refined it. And I said to the seller, I would not let the buyer repeat again to travel without me. Now, Mr. Buyer, if you buy diamond, there's always KPC, Kimberley certificate in your name that you have paid the gold. It reflects the cash inflow, the payment bank to bank. The seller would not tell you about the cash inflow. I notice it. That is why I'm sharing you guys. I'm sharing you that you need to read the full corporate offer. Then you come for conference. Do not leave a message on my YouTube channel because I seldom visit my YouTube channel. That is the reason why I put my Skype, my telephone number, my Skype and email, because I want you to come to have a conference with me. Then when you come for conference, I'm going to ask you, how did you found my name? Oh, madam, I searched on YouTube and you are the only person that show your face correct, 100%. So, madam, I didn't read properly. My question is, go back and read again and come back when you are ready. Because I want you to digest into back of your head. My seller didn't teach me. My seller needs my experience. That's why they hired me. Right? You hired me as well, Mr. Buyer, as your business facilitator. Yeah? You come to Wilhelmina's platform. You are using my services. There's so many joker broker you're dealing, Mr. Buyer. Most of the joker broker, they come to Wilhelmina. Yeah. Joker broker in WhatsApp, joker broker in Facebook, joker broker on YouTube. They don't read. Madam, what is the price? My goodness. If you listen to this video, I said our selling price less 8%, tax included, except shipping cost and insurance. You save $45,000 because in every bar the tax $4,500. On 10 kilos, you save $45,000. Right, 4,500 times 10. You save $45,000. My seller would not be happy. I said to my seller, give the buyer a leeway because on the contract, we will review it. Because our selling price is not fixed. Be aware, Mr. Buyer, that you are buying money to make money. You must remember. Money is not a bargain. You're just lucky to meet Wilhelmina. Wilhelmina is very kind and generous. That is why you're paying my services. My services is $20,000, non-refundable. Non-refundable. Take it or leave it. If you cannot afford, get out from this business. Because I'm telling you, you are going to fail if I'm not around with you. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening. Don't leave a message. Madam, what is the price? My contact is on this video. Click below, read it, then you come and then have a conference with Wilhelmina. Do not say hi because my name is not hi. Understand that? May I remind again? My name is Wilhelmina Ford. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant good evening.